Good morning, dear students. In my last class, I told you about the classification of vertebrata and we completed the Agnatha group and in Gnathostomata, we have completed Chondrichthyes. Yes, so we have completed this first one, Chondrichthyes, the class of Pisces. Chondrichthyes, why we call it chondrichthyes? Because they have cartilaginous endoskeleton. Today I will tell you about the next class of Pisces, which is Osteichthyes. Now see, what is special in Osteichthyes? Why we called it Osteichthyes? Because they have endoskeleton which is made up of bones. Listen class, under Pisces, two classes are there. The first one is Chondrichthyes and the second one is Osteichthyes. Chondrichthyes have cartilaginous endoskeleton and Osteichthyes have bony endoskeleton. That means bone are present. That's why we called it bony fishes. Now the second one is what? Their body is streamlined, same as in Chondrichthyes. The next important is mouth is terminal. Student, listen. What is the meaning of terminal? You can see this one is a fish. Okay, if mouth is present here, this one is terminal. Now front, the mouth is present, terminal position. But when we learn Chondrichthyes, what I tell you, the mouth is in a ventral part. You can see here the mouth is present. This is a ventral part or not? So mouth is present ventrally. Okay, this one is a dorsal part, this one is a ventral part. So mouth is present ventrally, this is Chondrichthyes, and mouth is present in terminal, this is Osteichthyes. I hope you understand. Yes. See the next one. They have operculum. 4 pair of gills are present and gills is covered. Okay, so operculum is present in Osteichthyes. Differentiate the both Chondrichthyes and Osteichthyes. In Osteichthyes, operculum is absent. Gill slits are present for respiration. Here the gills are present, but the gills are covered with operculum. And the next important, Chondrichthyes have placoid scale. They have cycloid scales. Important one. You have to differentiate the both. You know that Chondrichthyes have placoid scales. They have cycloid scales. Another important, Chondrichthyes, cartilaginous. They didn't have, cartilaginous fish didn't have air bladder. So it's compulsory that they continuously swim. If they stop swimming, they sink. But Osteichthyes have air bladder. If they have air bladder, that means they regulate buoyancy. If they stop the swimming, they didn't sink. Understand that? What I told you. I repeat again. Chondrichthyes didn't have air bladder. Osteichthyes have air bladder. That means if Chondrichthyes, cartilaginous fish, which didn't have air bladder, if they stop swimming, they can sink. But Osteichthyes have air bladder. If they stop swimming, the air bladder regulate buoyancy and they didn't sink. Understand? The next, heart is two chamber. Pisces. Listen, all the fishes have the heart is two chamber. One is auricle, one is ventral. Always remember. All the fishes have the two chambered heart. They are cold blooded. That means poikiothermal. They didn't regulate their. They didn't have constant body temperature. Okay, that's why we call it cold blooded. Listen, all the vertebrata. Okay, except aves and mammals, poikiothermal. What I told you, aves, that means birds and mammals. Birds and mammals are warm-blooded. They are warm-blooded. They have a constant body temperature. Rest of the other, like amphibians, reptiles, fishes, they all are cold-blooded. That means poikiothermal. They didn't have constant body temperature. Sex are separated. Fertilization is external. Contractees have internal. They have external. They are mostly oviparous. And development is direct. You know development is direct. A lot of time I tell you that what is the direct development and what is indirect development. Direct development, that means no larval stage is found. You have to learn the example. Okay. All the example you have to learn. Like exocytus, flying fish, hippocampus, seahorse, freshwater, labio, which we call rahu, katla. You have to learn all the example. The next what we learn the next class of Gnethostomata under tetrapoda is amphibians. You all understand Pisces? Yes, under the Pisces, two classes there, Contractees and Osteichthyes. One is Contractees, cartilaginous fish, one is Osteichthyes, which we call Osteichthyes are bony fish. Yes. Now, amphibians under tetrapoda. Amphibians, that means dual life. They can live in water as well as in terrestrial habitat. Okay, amphibians of plant are bryophytes. Yes. Now you understand, I think. Amphi, that means they can survive in aquatic as well as terrestrial habitat. Most of they have two pair of limbs. Under tetrapoda they are. Body is divided into two parts, head and trunk. You can see head and the trunk part, head and trunk part. In some, not all, in some amphibians, tail part is also present. I have eyelids. The next, tympanum membrane represent the ear. Tympanum membrane is what? Eardrum. Eardrum is present. Pinna is not present, but eardrum is present. Alimentary canal, urinary and reproductive tract open into a common chamber which is cloaca. Student, listen, cloaca is what? They have alimentary canal. They have reproductive tract. They have urinary bladder. All have a common opening. You can see here. All have a common opening, and this opening is known as cloaca. Understand that there is no any separate opening for alimentary canal, for urinary bladder, and for reproduction. Only one opening is present. Okay, and because only one opening is present, so this opening is known as cloaca. I hope you understand. Now, respiration is by gills, lungs, and through the skin. Always remember, students, what you remember. When the respiration occurs through the skin, this is called cutaneous respiration. When the frog is underwater, they are doing the respiration with the help of skin diffusion. Gases exchange through the skin, and this is called cutaneous respiration. Okay, write it, make a note. What is cutaneous respiration when the gaseous exchange occurred through the skin? Heart is three-chambered. Fishes have the two-chambered heart. Amphibians have the three-chambered heart. They again cold-blooded. That means poikiothermal. Didn't have constant body temperature. Sex are separated. Fertilization is external. They are oviparous and development is direct. You know what is oviparous? They lay egg. Yes. And development is indirect. What is the meaning of indirect? I told you that means they have the larval stage. Example you can see here, frog, salamander, all of the example of amphibians. Student, important is what? Amphibians are those organisms who can live in water as well as terrestrial habitat. Okay, remember frog. The next important, they have three chambered of heart, two auricle and one ventricle. I hope you understand today class. This is all for today. Thank you.